is Yahya Mohammed,
Where are you from?
Egypt.
And when did you come to New York?
I came to New York February 1995.
And do you still remember it clearly?
Yep, I remember that day very clear.
Okay, so what was the one of the first things you noticed when you first came out of the airport?
It was too cold. It was cold that I never used to that. It was very, very cold.
And did you ever get used to that cold, or does it still bother
I
you?
still hate the cold. This is like, my worst part living in the Northeast. As it's really cold. But I got used to live on it, and I managed to just pass the winter, and just wait for the summer.
Okay, do you feel like it was easier for you coming here because you had a friend?
I didn't have a friend. I had a friend came with me, and we stayed together for about a month, and he had to move to Chicago, and that's it. But I knew one person as well.
Was it hard or easy for you to find a job?
I guess the biggest part uh, that was hard is try to go from one place to another. I didn't know where to start. I had to go, like, I remember going to Manhattan and just going from one store to another, just having, if asking if they guys have job, if you're hiring. And I remember those days was extremely brutal cold, and I couldn't even continue going like two stores, and I feel like somebody's like cutting my ears from the cold. But after that, and I went to employment agency. I didn't know anything about how to get a job, where to start, where to go to. So I went to one of those agencies. I remember they used to take 1 week of your salary for finding a job, and I remember my first job was like $280 a week.
Okay. You came here knowing English, so that wasn't that hard for you. But how did you go on to learn Spanish so quickly?
I was okay, communicating in English, even though I remember very well, listening to the news and listening to TV and this, and the way that they were talk in English was very quick, and it's like it was really a challenge for me to like catch up, what they're saying. After that, I believe my second job was uh, I worked in a computer and electronic store, and most of the stock boys they used to be from Mexico, so and we get a lot of tourists. I was in Times Square. We get a lot of tourists, and I find that a lot of them they don't speak English and they speak Spanish. So I start to learn, a few words from the boys that they work as a stock boy, a few words from the customers, and the way that I look as well. I used to get a lot of people, they stop me and they say, "Oh, señor, ¿tú hablas español? You speak Spanish?" I tell them, poquito, and they think that I make fun of them, that I don't want to like to speak to them. So I wanted to learn, so I did learn Spanish because of that, and I like languages in general.
So what was your overall most difficult thing about assimilating into New York?
I I think it was a little different. It's the lifestyle, especially in New York. It's so fast. Uh, it's not easy. You coming from a country that I have my place. You live with a family, or you don't really have to worry about the expenses here. You really have to worry about that. If you don't work, you don't eat, or you don't even find a place to sleep. So that's in the beginning was really difficult, but I managed to get a job, to improve, get a better job, to start to make money, save money, and that was fine at the end.
Okay, and to conclude, when you came to New York, were you planning on living here or were you just coming just to try it out?
Honestly, I was coming, yes, to live. Was I planning to live for a really long time? Probably not. But as you go, time really passes so quick. Got married, got kids, start to improve in my job and my future, and I find it's a better place, to live, better place, to succeed and to make money, and here we are. But quarter of a century, I guess.
And do you feel like if you go back home right now, do you feel like it would be hard for you to adjust?
I think it will be hard to adjust because you know spending, I would say, more than half of my life in New York right now, and moving back to a country which I like and I grew up there and I know the people, I know the culture and all that stuff. But still, the lifestyle, the way that people think, and all that stuff, I think I'm not gonna adapt easy on there.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.